Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, we'd like to spend a moment focusing on an important message that our Black Out Bungie Inclusion Club published on Tuesday. Our hearts go out to the victims of the tragedy that occurred in Buffalo, New York last weekend, and anyone impacted by this act of violence. Our full statement and pledge that all profits from the Be Her pin on the Bungie store will be donated to the Southern Poverty Law Center for at least 1 year. Now, this week at Bungie, Guardian Games is coming to a close, and we're but days away from a new season. That's right, Guardian Games is nearing its end. Warlocks are dominating as of this writing, #rigged. Will they hold on for their first Guardian Games victory? Only time will tell. Actually, not true. Our social media channels will also tell. And you might be able to do the math by visiting the podium in the tower, as they might have such a commanding lead that Titans and Hunters couldn't possibly catch up to their space magic. We're just a few days out from a new season. We've covered quite a few systematic changes coming to Destiny 2, sandbox changes, ritual reputation changes, and a few other details on how gameplay in general will be updated. Many of you, and when I say many, I mean almost every single one of you, have been asking about new stuff. What is Season of Redacted all about? What's the next challenge our Guardians are about to face? What's going on with the Redacted and the Redacted? Where's the trailer? Which subclass is getting the 3.0 treatment? There will be a day where many of your questions will be answered. But today is not that day. It's a scary but fun balancing act in the grand scheme of things. I said it before, but player discovery is one of the most potent things in gaming. Do we spill the details in TWABs and tweets? Or do we hold things a bit closer to the chest with each season to let players dig in on day one and find out some cool things in game itself? If you like to go dark, this should be one of the last Bungie communications you read before Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you like to get a quick taste before launch, tune in a bit earlier on Tuesday morning and keep an eye out for countdown for our next trailer. Oh, okay, so we're probably gonna have a trailer premiere Tuesday morning. Oh, right when the servers go down? Fellas, we'll be watching it live on Twitch. Come check us out. So what will be our final TWAB before launch? We've got some details on how seasonal events will be evolving, a quick spoiler-free patch note preview, and a rundown on when our next dungeon is going live, and a preview of upcoming Trials of Osiris armor sets. Keep an eye out for our player support section too, as well as breaking down the timelines for Destiny 2 Update 4.1.0, which kicks off Season of Redacted on Tuesday. Oh boy. All right, that's right, fellas. We are getting a new dungeon. The question is, are we getting it day one? Now, Destiny event updates. Once a season, Guardians get the chance to take a break from our galaxy-saving duties to relax and reflect in special annual celebration. These theme events, which include Guardian Games, Solstice, Festival of the Lost, and the Dawning, have become an integral part of the annual flow of Destiny 2, where players can celebrate together and collect cool rewards along the way. Over the past year, the team has been working hard on giving many of these events a makeover. This effort began with the last year's Festival of the Lost, which featured new twists like Monsters vs. Dinos, Community Poll, and Glint's Ghost Stories. Our goal is that every event provides joy and discovery for new and veteran players, and the enthusiastic reaction to the 2021 Festival of the Lost reaffirmed our plans to keep evolving our events to keep them fresh and fun. While not every event will get a big update this year, we wanted to share a high-level look at our plans for the upcoming Solstice event, which begins on July the 19th. So Solstice, just Solstice. That's right, we've dropped of Heroes from the name of our summer event and are just going with Solstice. Now, while we've got a new name and we'll have some beautiful new floral arrangements during the tower during the event, those familiar with the Solstice events from the past should still feel right at home. As in previous years, there will be an awesome set of armor to pursue. Only this time, instead of completing armor objectives and collecting keys and packages consumables, you'll be completing event challenges. More on those in a bit to make progress towards your ultimate glowing masterpiece of bodily protection. One of the biggest changes you'll notice with Solstice is that we've changed the armor experience a lot. Players will only upgrade one set of armor throughout the event. While you can get multiple instances of a helmet, for example, upgrading armor will allow you to reroll its stats, and the stat potential of the armor will be shared across those drops. Man, if you want to make it really nasty, Bungie, make it Artifice armor, right? Oh! Another new feature coming to Solstice is an activity in the European aerial zone called Bonfire Bash, where Guardians will be building and stoking what can only be described as paracausal bonfires, while the enemies of Summer Fun, including the Taken Cabal, Hive, and Fallen, will be attempting to crash the party and extinguish the fires. In your mission to guard the flames from wave after wave of incoming enemies, we've made it easier to traverse the EAZ, adding floating islands and removing building barriers for maximum maneuverability. Look for more details on Solstice armor upgrades and Bonfire Bash as we get closer to the launch of Solstice. That actually sounds like a lot of fun, guys. Again, big complaint for the longest time is that the events year to year just didn't really feel exciting. Now, introducing the event card. With our Solstice events, we're introducing a new feature called the event card. In much the same way that seasonal challenges introduces an easy to understand and find list of goals you can complete in a season, the event card does the same for Destiny 2's annual events. When Solstice begins, players will gain access to this event card, which includes new points of interest to explore, including event challenges, event seals and titles, and unique event rewards. Every event card will be available for free to all players and and can be accessed by interacting with EvolvePCs in the tower or via the quest tab right next to the seasonal challenges. Now, event cards and their associated challenges and rewards can be accessed for the entire event before disappearing once the corresponding event ends. All right, so it should be easier to manage as well. Now let's take a look at some of the individual parts of the event card in order to better understand how they tie into the event overall. Event challenges. Like seasonal challenges, event challenges are objectives that players can complete to earn rewards. Certain event challenges will award players with familiar items such as event shaders, emblems, or other gear, and they also grant event tickets. Every event challenge will be available for players to complete right when the event starts, so you won't need to wait until next week for additional challenges to become available. Event challenges can be completed in any order at any point while an event is active. Now, event seals and titles. In addition to event challenges, we're also going to be introducing event seals and titles that you can earn. There are two types of event-based seals that players can work towards. Individual event seals, a new multi-event seal. Starting with the Solstice this year, each Destiny event will come with a seal that players can complete as well as a guild. Completing these event seals is as simple as completing all the event challenges on its event cards. Finishing every event challenge will automatically earn you a seal progress and unlock the title for that seal. Guilding event seals will require completing additional triumphs that will only become available once the standard seal has been completed. Guilding lasts until the event begins and again the following year. Progress on the individual event seals can be tracked directly in the event card by hovering over the card on the left-hand side of the screen or by viewing the event seal from the triumphs page. There's also a new multi-event seal that event-loving players will be able to work toward. Starting with Solstice, players can complete a certain number of event challenges in each of the 4 yearly Destiny events to complete this seal. This means that the earliest players can complete the multi-event seal will be in Guardian Games of next year, and doing so will also earn them a unique event title. You'll also be able to guild this new seal after completing the standard version, and we'll be sharing more details on how to do this in the coming year. Now, upgraded event card rewards. A new event means new event themed cosmetics for Guardians to customize their experience. While those items have traditionally been part of the Eververse store, the upcoming Solstice event will curate a collection of these items as unique rewards through the event card itself. These rewards will only be available through the event card during the initial release, but like most of our cosmetics, there's also a chance they'll become available again via Eververse at a future date. While the event card and event challenge rewards are free for all players, acquiring these extra cosmetic rewards will require players to purchase the upgraded event card. Upgrading the event card will cost 1,000 silver and immediately grant players an exotic reward bundle. Players can then acquire even more rewards by spending the event tickets they collect from the event challenges. The overall value of the upgraded event card will vary somewhat, but it is expected to regularly exceed 3,000 silver. All right, so you'll get an exotic emote, hot dog eating champ, sunny exotic ghost shell, a legendary shader, a legendary emote, a ghost hologram, and an exotic ship. Okay, spending silver, I love it. Hint, if you aren't sure whether you will complete the event, wait until the last week to make the purchase and see how many event tickets you have accumulated. But don't wait until the very last minute, because event tickets will expire once an event ends and the event card goes away. We can't wait for everyone to jump in and experience all the new Solstice changes we have in store. See you in July. All right, Solstice is getting an update, which honestly needed to happen. Just surprised that they're mentioning it now, considering July is so far away. Moving on, another patch note preview. While we've already gone over quite a few changes, ranging from Ritual Street bonuses to a behemoth of a TWAB covering Sandbox, we still have a few smaller patch notes to share with you before Tuesday comes around. This will be a mashup of fixes with no specific theme. It's all just Destiny 2, baby. UX and UI updated the director navigation header to a new style to make it more scalable. Fixed a visual bug on the title screen when playing with a screen aspect ratio greater than 16:9. Fixed a logic bug that would sometimes show inaccurate informational text on the Bungie name change screen after a player had changed their name via Bungie.net. Improved the consistency with which PlayStation and Xbox platform rosters update the online status of platform friends. Dares of Eternity increased the strange coins earned from the reward chests from 1 to 3. That reminds us, fellas, get the BXR before next season. This does not affect the number of strange coins earned from the lightning round chests. Power and progression. Power bands have been increased for the new season. Power floor 1350 unchanged. Soft cap 1510 up from 1500. Powerful cap 1560 up from 1550. Hard cap is now 1570, up from 1560. The character power boost has been increased to 1510 with the new soft cap. All right, so that's going to be the initial boost that everything will be upgraded to. Now, vault space. Vault space has been increased by 100. Was 500 is now 600. Guys, I will take it. I don't even care. Matter of fact, Bungie, if you wanted to charge for vault space, I would pay. While we know this doesn't enable players to save every single piece of loot in the game, the team was able to pull some strings and get a little more space for your vaults as they continue to investigate future solutions. I'll take it, man. 600. Oh, I'm like sitting at 490 right now. Thank God. Zer's inventory should no longer be different if players manage to find him at destinations shortly after the weekly reset happens on Tuesday. He will still reappear with new gifts from the 9 when he returns at his regularly scheduled time on Friday. While his will is not his own, he needs a break each week. No more working overtime. Scorn. Increase Scorn crossbow damage by 300%. Ensuring players will always be one-shot by their attacks, no matter their power level or how many damage resist modifiers they have equipped. Don't worry, that's a joke. Had you there for a second, didn't I? Here's the real patch note. Scorn sniper damage brought in line, reduced with other combatant sniper weapons. Thank God. Right? Dude, I knew there was something up. Spread a projectile increased to reduce instances of multiple projectiles hitting players. All these times of getting one-banged by Scorn crossbows, now we know why. Now, dungeon diving. Next week, we are launching a brand new dungeon on Friday, May the 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific. The recommended power to enter for normal difficulty is going to be 1550. Master difficulty will be live day 1 as well, but we'll leave those entry requirements for you to see in-game next week. We're going to let you discover where you will be going and what you will be doing for yourselves, but we wanted to give you a quick tease at what rewards you can expect to earn once inside. Here's a high-level look at all the rewards available from the dungeon next Friday. 1 legendary armor set per class. Artifice versions can be also acquired via the Master difficulty. 4 legendary new weapons, 2 legendary reprise weapons, 1 exotic weapon, 1 exotic catalyst, 1 exotic accessory, ship or sparrow, and 2 legendary emblems. All right, 2 legendary reprise weapons on top of all that. Interesting. Assuming you plan to brave the challenges that await you, these are the treasures you can claim. Now, the best way to get this dungeon, as well as the one coming in Season 19, is to have the Digital Deluxe Edition of the Witch Queen. If you have that, you're already good to go. If you want to experience an entire year of Destiny 2 content and haven't purchased the Deluxe Edition yet, starting next Tuesday, it's going to be on sale for 25% off. Exact timing and duration may vary by platform. Oh, that's a good deal, fellas. Really. But my God, you will have a lot to do between Witch Queen, Vow of the Disciple, crafting weapons, and the new dungeon and new seasonal content. My lord. Now, if you just want the dungeons, totally fine. You can pick up both as part of the Witch Queen dungeon key in the Eververse store for 2,000 silver. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is Bungie's way of offering it to, I guess, free-to-play players, but you just want to just buy things a la carte. And I guess this is really good for people that are just wanting to dabble. So maybe somebody just wants to play the dungeon and nothing else. I will say this. I don't know about the weapons, but I do know that the Artifice armor is the best armor. So again, guys, next Friday will be the dungeon. We'll be pulling together the best fire team in A to take it on. Now, trials. This weekend, we have some fun lineup for the Trials of Osiris. Over the last 2 seasons, we've been experimenting with freelance and zone capture weekends, learning some great lessons about the Trials ecosystem and population as it waxes and wanes over a given season. This weekend, we're mixing things up just a little more with another freelance weekend with zone control enabled. This will be your final weekend of Trials for a while, as the mode will have a short hiatus through June the 10th. When Trials comes back around, there will be some new loot to earn. While we've already announced that a fusion rifle and sidearm will be up for grabs, we'll also have some new armor for your fashion game. We're leaning deeper into the trial themes that you've seen over the years, and excited to see how you mix and match these new sets with pieces from activities throughout the game. Dude, June the 10th though? Hot damn. Bungie, could you launch it June the 3rd? We've got Guardian Con on June the 11th and 12th. Most of us are gonna be out of town. But wait, there's more. If you like to kit out your Guardian a bit more with the Trials theme, we have 2 new cosmetic rewards coming online next season. You may have already noticed the Ghost in the Armor preview above, but we also have this new beauty to introduce. Falcon's Chase Sparrow. Oh, wow. Look at this thing. That is beautiful. Will the new photo shoot shader work with it? Need some RGB on that, man. Now, the Gauntlet 2022. Rounding out our week of Bungie news, the Bungie Foundation brings wonderful news of our 8th anniversary participating in the Gauntlet Tabletop Fundraiser. If you'd like to help our team in the competition while also helping to raise funds for important causes, check out the information below. So from the Bungie Foundation, this weekend will culminate in a head-to-head tabletop tournament full of fun, competition, and most importantly, supporting a great cause. helping us to raise funds for this year's recipient, Zeno Math. Zeno's mission is to spark joy and inspire a love of math in youth children and families through racial equity, family engagement, and play, all centered in the experience of communities of color. Zeno changes the landscape of early math through a unique play-based approach, and they believe that math skills and abilities are essential to leading a full and robust life. Now, anyone who donates $25 in a single donation to our team page will receive the Vin's Pulsar emblem, which will be distributed by Friday, June the 10th. Ah, look at that. Now, in order for you to be eligible for this emblem, donations must be made to the campaign between May 15th and May the 22nd. A redemption code will be emailed to your email that you use to make the donation. Outside of that, guys, update 4.1.0 release schedule. Maintenance is to begin at 9 a.m. Pacific next Tuesday. Destiny will be brought offline at 9:45 and be brought back online at 10 o'clock. Maintenance will conclude at 11 a.m. And I think throughout all of this, when it goes offline, is probably when we're going to get the trailer premiere. Now, before you go, we've got one last spear to throw. So from Hippie, that title is funny when you realize we're talking about an actual spear. The Synaptic Spear is pretty cool, right? But what if we made it real? Well, not us, but we did commission two vastly creative fabricators to create a life-size model of this particular piece of gloriness. It's not just one spear either. We've got 7 of these bad boys to give away as a super exclusive product to be distributed worldwide. US, UK, Italy, Germany, France, Japan, and ANZ regions will be utilizing their socials to partake in this spear-tastic endeavor in order to give away these powerful 1-1 props. Each region will partake in these giveaways with their own unique flares. So make sure to keep a lookout for your local social channels to see some exciting opportunities surrounding this particular spear. Who knows? Maybe you'll be one of the lucky few that wins one. Now, because this is Destiny 2 and we love our lore, here's a special snippet from our narrative team about the history attached to this spear. Guardian. My scions toiled to affix the ruins of Gaul's light suppressed device to a weapon frame. A war axe would be too heavy for weak human arms. A maul lacked the resonance to pierce the psionic sphere. Finally, I held the Synaptic Spear in my hands. Untested, I frowned. It was meant to be wielded by a light bearer in the mind space, where the power could change it into a gleaming beacon. Even Savathun would shield her eyes from its glare, they told me. I listened to their claims before taking the weapon for myself. They raised their voices in protest, but I silenced them with a look. On the far shores of Sar's Harbor, I waded into the hordes of ravening hive. Though the dull metals of the spear would not speak to me, I still made it sing. I may not have light, but I have strength. Empress Kaido. Oh, all right. Well, fellas, I don't want to say any spoilers, but your man's gonna be the one giving away the spear. You got that right? We will be holding a competition, and I will reveal the spear live on our Twitch channel. And one of you will get this thing. I've got a blow-up doll of Savathun. Don't ask questions, but I'm gonna show you how effective this spear is. Well, that's a wrap. Your final TWAB before season redacted ships. Now, all that's left is a weekend of freelance zone capture trials, and maybe a few triumphs standing between you and the season of the Risen title. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Patch notes and all. Cheers, DMG. Oh boy, I know some of you right now are probably upset that you have not seen the next 3.0 subclass or pretty much anything in regards to the next season. We don't even got a name. Bungie has kept things very, very tight on this one, which means one of two things. It's either going to be really, really good or really bad. You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other. Now, I like to believe it's going to be really good because normally if it's like a turd, Bungie will be polishing it for like 4 or 5 TWABs straight. They're like, yo, no, it's not really a turd. It smells good. You like it. You could take it home with you. But if it's a banger, the last time Bungie really dropped a banger on us out of nowhere was the Whisper mission, right? Like that one. Oh, or Prophecy, right? Just out of nowhere because they knew we were going to love it. So I'm hoping it's going to be good. Whether it's going to be Solo 3.0, Arc 3.0, we don't know. A lot of people are saying Solo 3.0, but it could very well be Arc. There's hints on either side. But if you haven't checked out our video of our Solar wish list, feel free to check that one out. We're actually going to make an Arc wish list, some abilities from Destiny 1 that I would love to see if we are to get Arc 3.0, most notably Blink back for Hunters. I know, I'm advocating something for Hunters. Sounds crazy. Who is this man? But I do feel like it was part of Hunters' identity as Arc Striders back in Destiny 1, and I would love to see it back here in Destiny 2. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.